The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café.
Welcome to this episode of Pit Life BBQ. Gather round the pit with your hosts, Johnny Maggs and Greg the Barbecue Broker DiGiorgio. Let's talk barbecue.
What's up, everybody? Coming to you live from the Studio 21 Podcast Café in Salem, New Hampshire. It's the Pit Life BBQ podcast where we talk everything barbecue and a lot of other topics that you normally talk around the pit. As always, I'm joined by the Barbecue Broker.
My dude.
What's happening, man?
What's up, my G?
Same old, trying to figure out how the hell I did this last week. News feed.
Maybe I'll jump on too to say hi to some folks. I'm usually on by now, but I dropped the ball. What'd you do this week, guy? Anything fun?
Fired up the performer.
Yep.
Got that all good to go.
Ooh, that looked nice and shiny.
Replaced all the pots.
Yep.
You know, everything was rusted
You did
out.
everything.
Out.
You really.
I did the one-touch vents.
Yep.
The charcoal grate.
Spinny thing at the bottom.
The new grate. Yeah.
You replaced the spinny thing at the bottom.
What a pain in the ass.
What a
boy.
bitch, isn't it?
Oh my
wow.
God.
I haven't done mine yet. It's stuck in the position that I typically want it in. Mm-hmm. But I wish I could open it up a little bit more for that hot and fast. I'm having trouble getting it to up to 600, say,
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, it looked nice and shiny. I bet you can't wait to dirty that thing up, huh?
No, I already did. I already did. Believe me, buddy.
Well, quick shout out to the wife. I know she's not watching because she's got better things to do, but it is our, not quite the anniversary, 20th anniversary, but it's the date of the 20th. Is it 20th anniversary of our first date?
Are you asking me or are you telling me?
I'm telling you.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
20 years ago today, the 2B barbecue broker asked out the 2B side chick.
Ah.
And here we are. Cooking barbecue today, 20 years later.
Oh, there you go.
Aww.
Speaking of barbecue, we had a little event this past weekend.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Rob
Manzella.
Rob Manzella, new exalted Arula, a.k.a. the Prez of the Woburn/Stoneham Elks.
Yep.
The Grand Poobah.
The Grand Poobah, if you will.
Yep. So he's there and he's going to crush it this year. So we fed 100 of the guests.
Nice.
Which is really easy for us to do it now. Last year at this point, it wouldn't have been that easy. It would have been like, 100 people, Yeah, hook up my smoker and tow it. All 4,000 pounds of it. But, no, 100 people. We were like, boom, boom, boom. We got the system down, the team. I mean, it was nice. Briskets came out. I can't say that if I cook 10 briskets that they're all going to come out the way I want them to because there's always one or two a little wonky, you know what I mean? But I was pretty happy with the brisket cooks. Ribs, brisket, pulled chicken.
Nice.
So that was all fun.
See.
Who's in the chat? Why don't I have a chat? Where's my chat?
Big Rome, what's happening? Brother CJ, Chris, Brad, what's happening? Ben Ross, Claudia, Jason, Lep, Max, what's up? Calling you out, brother. Kevin, what's happening? Efren, what's happening?
What's up, Max? Here we go.
Mary, what's happening?
Okay, you're in the house, New England Pit Masters, my dudes. Rico.
Hi, C-Mac.
Now, Rico, I believe, just walked.
Is he C-Mac?
I think Rico just placed. We're going to walk in recent competition, so congrats, Rico. I could be getting that wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Big Rome. The boys are cracking on me for posting that video.
Guitar video.
My guitar and I sang. Chrissy, I actually posted a video of me singing.
You did?
With him playing the guitar.
Oh, lucky I didn't.
Of a remake of
watch
a brisket video, a brisket slicing video that I did a few days before that. So if you saw that, it would make sense. If you didn't see that video, then you're just watching me do a horrible performance.
Oh, no. Well, I didn't, so now I'm glad I didn't watch this one
Yeah.
because I would have just judged you harshly.
C-Mac, this is the first I'm seeing it. It's
All
not
the way at the
popping
top.
up.
All the way at the
It's
top.
not letting me go farther than Big Rome.
Big Kano, what's up, dog?
Dave, what's happening? So, let's go.
Let's get into it because we got a lot to do. Today's episode, always brought to you by everybody's favorite uncle. And that'd be Uncle Steve Shake. Look, if you're wondering why no one's hitting your home every time you're barbecuing, you look next door and the line's down the street. That's because your neighbor's using Uncle Steve Shake, and apparently you're not. Which means one thing, Chrissy.
You better get you some.
Damn straight.
Have you not figured that out?
I mean, damn straight, right? Uncle Steve's Shake is handmade. He uses only the finest ingredients. It comes in a ton of flavors, maybe 12, 13 at this point. Check them out. If you can eat it, Uncle Steve has a shake for it. If you have any shake questions, Uncle Steve has fantastic customer service to walk it through all your shake needs. It's time to take that backyard game and competition game to that next level with Uncle Steve's Shake. Shake some on everything.
Everything.
Also brought to you by
Our friends at Two Guys Smoke Shop and TwoGuysCigars.com. Whether we're barbecuing or not, we always keep the smoke rolling thanks to our friends at TwoGuysCigars.com. Today, at least I am.
You are, not me.
Smoking the TAA exclusive La Flor Dominicana Oro 50th anniversary.
very potent, very strong cigar. We'll see if John makes it
Potentially
through the show.
strongest cigar on the planet. Not joking.
So we'll just
I
see
think
if
it's nice.
John
You
starts
like it?
changing colors.
I think it's
I
nice.
didn't even. I passed on smoking it on the show.
If he starts
today.
changing colors, Chrissy, we'll know.
Yeah, I would have been green. I literally wouldn't have been able to do your show if I had a smoke.
If he starts looking like the Grinch.
I'm out.
If he starts looking like the Grinch, we know it's
Yep.
something's going on here. or Shrek, for that matter.
You guys done?
Okay, Shrek.
Can I continue?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Thanks to our friends at TwoGuysCigars.com, we get to smoke some of the best cigars in the world, and so can you. Just visit TwoGuysCigars.com for your perfect barbecue companion. That's the number 2GuyCigars.com.
Also
Brought to you by, didn't
Back.
think you needed a segue.
Backline Fabrication, Backline Smokers. Mr. Ryan Newland out of Austin, Texas, just building some of the most badass offset smokers, custom pits, competition carts, live fire devices. I mean, this guy puts his love, his soul, your love into these pits, and not one looks the same. That comes off of his, that comes out of his shop. So possibilities are endless, and you got to check this guy out. Ryan Newland, Backline Fabrication, Backline Smokers in Austin, Texas. I'll tell you, I'm going to have that live fire, the multi-tool at some point. I know a few of our boys have them already. Pretty sure the Dogfather has one.
No.
It does not? Who has one of those? Maybe
JB,
Dutch?
Jonathan Bauer.
Jonathan. And he was telling me about it in Houston, and he just loves that. So, anywho, also brought to you by
Magna Chef Gloves. Our brother Alan Fonte knows a little something about fire protection and fire management, seeing he's a Miami-Dade firefighter. So Al had designed and made all these gloves, and he gave so much thought and care into them. These are the best gloves out on the market by far. Look at that.
just easy to clean, too, by the way.
Oh, that's extremely easy.
They don't have all those little tight little nubs in there that you can't, like, get your sponge in between and get all those little nubbies out.
Yep.
They're more spread apart nubbies or squiggle lines, which just make it.
See, that part comes at the end, but we'll jump
Yeah.
right to that right now.
Go ahead.
Dishwasher safe, made of 100% food grade silicone, patented magnetic clips. You know what I mean? Just click it in for easy on and off. They don't go nowhere. You can sit here and spin it around if you get bored. Oh, there it goes.
Can't take this guy anywhere.
No. Went easy back on. Heat rated up to 500 degrees. The web fit for firm grip. One size fits all. We already said the dishwasher safe, but more importantly,
America.
made right here in the USA.
America.
So, guys, go order yourself a pair or two or three.
Multiple colors, different moods, like mood lighting.
Red, black, blue, green, orange. Get one for the back. Get a pair for the backyard, one for the barbecue trailer, one for the kitchen.
Yeah.
Go to magnachef.com. That's MAGNECHEF.com to place your order. And at checkout, use the code ROYAL21 for 15% off. That's ROYAL21 at checkout.
I used them while my pit was rolling to take out the upper racks, which was about 275, 300. No problem, with ease. And you know what I used to use? The knit ones. And they get the gunky grease all over them and be a bitch to clean. But these are, boom, done.
Done. So that's magnachef.com, master the fire.
And that's an E, Magna with an E, chef.
And we're also brought to you by CustomCuttingBoardsRUs.com. Our brother Ian Hemming out of Magnolia, Texas, is making some of the best cutting boards out there on the market. 100% dishwasher safe, high condensed UV protected, comfort slide and grips on the bottom, multicolors, deep lip reservoir to keep all your juices.
Deep juice trench.
You and your deep juice trench. Comes in the dishwasher safe board, which is your standard countertop cutting board. Comes with the monstrous brisket board, 18 by 36.
It's so badass.
And the new pizza board. So get yourself some. Go to CustomCuttingBoardsRUs.com
It's a letter R.
to see everything that he has available. Yes, and that's CustomCuttingBoardsRUs.com. That's the letter R, us.com.
I got your back, bro. Way back. Like back here.
Just stay way back. If you know it's good for you.
Let's get into the
Brass tacks. You happy?
I love it.
Good.
Let's go.
Today we are joined by a dear friend.
How many times on the show now? 3, 4?
1, 2, 3.
Before me.
This will be the third.
Yeah, this will be the third.
This will be the third. The original, the first book, and now the second book. Joining us from the wonderful state of New Jersey, East Coast boy. Finally, our neck of the woods.
Yep, in a way.
That's right.
Still probably a Mets or Yankees fan or whatever, but still.
Hey. Go easy. Coming to talk about his new book released today, Big Green Egg Basics from a Master Barbecuer, from BBQ Buddha, Rubs and Sauces, the one and only Mr. Ray Sheehan. Ray, what's happening, brother?
What's good, Ray?
Hey, what's up, guys? Got to represent East Coast, right?
Heck yeah, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. So how you been, brother?
Gang signs, whatever. But
I've been really great, man. Just just working it, grinding, selling some sauce and some seasonings, and really excited to share with you my new book. And thank you guys so much for having me on the release day. It's really an honor.
that's awesome.
Oh, it's our honor, my brother. It's our honor. Junior, what's happening? So, well, let's recap real quickly for anybody who might not know you. Who is Ray Sheehan? When did BBQ Buddha start? What is BBQ Buddha, for that matter? And from the beginning to up to today.
So I started the company BBQ Buddha back in 2015. We started a little bit before then, but I didn't actually start getting, my business and license and everything. And it's an award-winning all-natural sauce and seasoning company. We've won numerous awards for our Memphis Mop sauce. In particular, we've won pretty much awards for all the different sauces in competitions like the American Royal Best Sauce on the Planet contest, the Scovie Awards, the International Flavor Awards. So pretty much a lot of the big sauce contests, we've got, some kind of an award, and grand champion at the Sauce King NYC Sauce Championship in 2020, and first place barbecue sauce in 21. So, I pretty much, that's my gig is, full time selling sauces and seasonings. I do farmers markets. I sell to stores. wholesale. I have an online store where you can get my books and my sauces and my rubs. But the thing is, they're all natural. There's no artificial colors, flavors, preservatives in any of the products. And, I think that's a testament to the quality of the ingredients, because they're going up against products that are loaded with high fructose corn syrup and MSG and everything else. Whether you think that's good, bad, or otherwise, these are clean products that are winning awards. Like I said, all the products have won various awards, whether it's the Sauces of Honor. Our new Mantra hot sauce just won Best Everyday Hot Sauce at Sauce King in 21. So I feel like, I'm on the right path, and BBQ Buddha, the name came about because when I went to trademark my generic smoke and raise barbecue, somebody had trademarked it. And, I'm into, I don't know, self-awareness, meditation. And I've thought, the Buddha is a wise sage. And we're saying that if you use our products, your grilling will be enlightened. And really, that's the extent of the name. There's no religious affiliation. It's just really about having clean products that are great on your barbecue.
And I'll tell you right now that the Kansas City sauce.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be. I've said it before. I'm going to go ahead and say this again. It's got to be probably my favorite Kansas City style sauce that I've ever bought, small batch out there. Hands down.
Dude, thank you very much.
And I'm gonna go on a limb here and just say this, that it's, and I say that because it's close to home. In other words, it feels like it's something close, like to what I'm aspiring to make with my barbecue sauce that might not quite be there yet. And I'm thinking, this is like, it's like almost like when you have that marinara sauce outside your nana's house, that you're like, oh, this is like my nana's or my mom's. It just tastes like something that I serve for my catering, but again, what I'm aspiring it to be is yours.
And
it's,
you know what I mean? In small batches. It's not like we're not a massive company. A BBQ Buddha sauces and seasonings is me. It's a family-run small business, and we produce all our products in small batches. So when I hear that makes it so worth it. When you're in business, like a small business, as many of us are, it's a roller coaster, especially with, pandemics and everything else going on, and prices of bottles and caps and everything else. So, that makes it all worth it. It's not always easy. People, they see you posting on Facebook and they think, oh, you're Facebook rich, you're doing all this. Like, you really got to sell some sauce, man. You got to hustle. You got to get out there and let people try it, and get people like yourself who are recommending it to people. And as many ads that you put, it's the proof is in the pudding. It's when you taste it or you let someone taste your barbecue with it on there, that they're going to be like, oh, I got to get me some of that. You could see the ads for it all day long, and it doesn't always translate to sales. So thank you very much. I do appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then the Memphis Mop.
Memphis Mop,
is just
that's my baby.
That's
it's very different,
world.
and it's very different. Also tomato based, correct? That one, because the Kansas City one is.
It's tomato, but it's really got that vinegar kick at the end.
Yes.
So whereas the Kansas City is a little sweeter and a little richer, and
molasses, a little, yeah.
Right, the Kansas City. I mean, the Memphis is got that little vinegar twang to it. So, and you can really taste the spices in the Memphis because the vinegar brings them out. So you can taste all those. And like I say in my first book, you get that finish on your palate that just it lingers on your palate and leaves you wanting more. And I really think that's true. I mean, at least for me, it is.
Yeah.
And that's the one, the most of the awards, or the biggest awards. We got second place at the American Royal Best Sauce on the Planet contest in the vinegar category, and 12th overall out of 400 and something sauces. I mean, that's like, I was so elated. It's amazing.
That's amazing. What was your inspiration behind like the Memphis Mop, because the Kansas City one is like I said, fantastic, but it's like, okay, Kansas City one, or vinegar based one, or mustard, or mayonnaise. The Memphis Mop, although is vinegar based, is very unique. I find
Yeah.
of the color of it. You don't think it might not taste the way it looks, type of thing. It's very different than many other sauces out there. What was your inspiration behind making the mop? And that was your first one, you said, the mop?
That was my first one, but it wasn't the first one that I tried. I had probably a dozen different sauces, and the one that was really in the lead for a while was like this Chipotle barbecue sauce that had like orange juice and soy, and I just, I thought it was like a little too hot, and I wanted something that appealed to the masses. So then I just tried different recipes, and then I love Memphis barbecue. So I was like, you know what, let me give this a shot. And then that went through so many different iterations of trying to come up with the right consistency and the right taste, and then the lingering of the spices. And then, the worst thing you can do is make something like once or twice and be like, oh, that's great. Like, I'm done. It was really a process of refining it. And it's like, it's kind of like, one of my jobs, I worked for a natural food store, and I had to come up with, believe it or not, I had to make menus with vegan foods, right? So now I'm doing all this barbecue.
The irony of it all.
Right, the irony, right? But the thing is, when you're creating something, because I love to create, so when I would create a vegan dish, if I was like, oh, this is really good for vegan, or like, I would make a vegan pizza. This is really good for cardboard. It's like, it's good when you're like, wow,
Cardboard.
This is really good.
Yeah.
Regardless of what it is. So
right.
I had to try to keep refining it until, and I would like do like little kind of mini focus groups, but they were unofficial. It was just like my friends and family, and like, be like, what do you think? And kind of get everyone's opinion, and then take out the best one and take out the worst one, and kind of look at the meat right in the middle of what people were saying about it. And fortunately, around that time, like it was, when I was developing it around 2014, I was helping out a barbecue team, a professional barbecue team. And I sheepishly was like, hey, would you be interested in trying my sauce and rub? And they were like, yeah, we'll check it out. And it was well received there. And I'm like, you know what, I might have something here. So, revision, it's just like writing the books. It's like anything else. When I do recipes for Barbecue News Magazine, I'm constantly revising and trying to improve it, and not just settling for the first two versions, because those first two versions are like, yeah, it's a great idea, but you're really going to dial it in on the third or fourth, or in my case, the 99th one, because, going to do a sauce company, there's so many sauces out there, and the market is so crowded. If you're going to bring something to market, it better be good. It really has to kind of knock people's socks off. You can't just be okay, because you're going to lose your shirt. I mean, like, I did this, I didn't have like a big corporate backing or anything, behind me. I got some credit cards. I got some savings. Let's make some sauce,
You got to go for it sometimes.
Yeah.
You got to take that leap. No risk, no reward.
Absolutely.
Right. And I didn't leave my full-time job for a long time, I was just doing it on the side, but as things got busier and trying to do markets and trying to be available to meet with buyers, it kind of like went that way,
What was Ray Sheehan doing full-time before BBQ Buddha?
Right before, I was a food service director for a natural food store chain.
Okay.
And then I kind of got burnt out of that, and I went back and I was working at this bakery. You'll notice in the book there's a baking chapter, actually two baking chapters in there. And I used to work for this bakery for.
Someone skipped to the end of the book, I think.
I don't miss cookies, baby. I don't miss cookies.
Someone likes
I worked
cookies.
there on and off for like so many years. So I went back there, but I've had every job from, busboy, dishwasher, prep cook, chef, food service director, all the way up, man. I worked my way up. And I believe in this business, you learn from everyone from the dishwasher to the chef. You can learn from everybody. And I remember doing I worked at a beach club and we did like a closing party for 400 people and the dishwashers are popping oysters like bam, 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 bam. And I'm like, I got to learn how to do that because nobody else is doing that.
Yeah.
And it was like, you just learn. You got I want to be a lifelong learner, man. You just, you can never know enough. And so writing books helps me express my love for teaching, and writing recipes and creating content. It's like something that I really love to do.
Nice. Brother Randy, what's happening? Alton, the dog father.
In the house.
There we go, Chrissy. Uncle Steve, Matt and Jenny, what's happening? So, the Memphis Mop, I love that. Whenever I have a big party, I always make two big batches and have the squeeze bottles at all the tables and to run it, just to have the one thing, because God knows we all have a bunch of barbecue sauces everywhere. But
let me ask you this question. This would be a good one, I think. So a lot of guys give out their recipes, and you make them. But they don't quite taste like what they have. Like you maybe got a bottle of it somewhere. You said that when you made the Memphis Mop, that it was like identical to
it's dead
what
on.
you get from Ray.
It's dead on.
So I think that's huge. I mean, look, the guy's giving you the recipe, says, hey, go ahead, make it.
And that is, guys, I know everyone's
That's
looking,
awesome.
where do you get these recipes? And this is Ray's first book, Award-Winning Barbecue Sauces and How to Use Them. Notice that? Didn't even have to look. This is how many times I've opened this book. And Ray gives you the recipe for, I believe it's 11 different sauces.
But the book before in the middle has it too, has the recipe in it too, I believe. That's his first book, right?
This is the first book, and this is the one we're going to talk about.
No, I know, but the middle, this is the third book, correct?
Yes. Second.
Oh, it's the second. Okay,
Second
so
book.
so I do have this book at home then.
Yeah, you should.
Okay, I do.
Yeah.
Okay, I do. Yes.
Yeah.
I thought that was the one that was before me, and I got confused. So
And it's 11 different sauces,
Yep.
couple recipes for each sauce that goes well with it.
amazing.
And,
some dipping sauces. I think I
dipping
remember in
sauces.
there too. That's right.
And
Yep.
so award-winning barbecue sauces and how to use them. You can get all the recipes in there, and even your white sauce. I don't even use that as a white sauce. I actually use that as a dressing for my pasta salads. That it's so good.
The first book,
Interesting.
there's 10 different sauces. It includes a recipe for my Memphis Mop and for my Kansas City barbecue sauce. And then there's and the rest of the other 8 sauces help me win different awards, whether it's cooking barbecue or just doing a sauce contest. And there's 5 different ways to use each sauce. So there's 60 recipes total in there.
So that was the first one, and it has won awards.
Yes, it was Barbecue Book of the Year, Barbecue News Magazine, and NBBQA, National Barbecue and Grilling Association's Book of the Year for 2020.
Amazing. Alton says, whenever he adds sauce to his barbecue, people ask, what did he mess up?
But you know what? That's the thing. A good sauce can mask bad meat. But the way I try to discuss the sauce in the first book is really to complement the meat, because you still want to taste the meat. You don't want to you can overdo it with sauce. And, you want to be able to complement the meat, not overkill it.
That's
like, so you'll see recipes in there on there's a turkey burger with the Memphis Mops infused into it. And then like a nice apple jalapeno slaw to complement it. But so there's more than just glazing. There's a lot of different ways to use it in the first book.
Right.
So that was the first book. So now we get to why we're here today. Your second book, released today. So now available in all your local bookstores.
Yep, Amazon.
right on.
Yep.
Thank you for everybody who pre-ordered their copies. Yeah, greatly appreciated.
Thank you very much.
But here we got the Big Green Egg Basics from a master barbecuer.
Yep.
So talking to different authors throughout the years, what made you want to do a second book? Because some of the guys, after their first one, it was so much work that they didn't expect to go into it with all the recipes and the photography. what lit the fire to start this bad boy?
So when I think I handed in my manuscript, and then we were getting close to the published date of my first book, and I reached out to my publisher and my editor, and I was like, I have an idea for another book, and they were like, we'll circle back to it, let's see how it goes, and see how your first book's received, but like you did a great job, and like we'll talk. And I was like, all right, great. And I felt strongly about doing another book because it's so much fun and I love to create. That's like, I'm a cookbook collector and I love reading other people's books. I love the little stories, the little Easter eggs in them. Like, I don't know if you guys caught the Easter egg in my book. There is an Easter egg in this book.
No pun intended.
And,
is it?
Well, maybe there is a pun intended there.
That's
what I meant.
Now you're throwing me off.
No,
So if you thumb through, you might just catch it. But I love catching little stuff like that, like the little stories behind it. I love reading the acknowledgments. And like I said, I'm a lifelong learner, so I'm always interested in getting people's cookbooks and the creation of them.
Yep.
Now, I know we're not looking for actual Easter eggs. I know Easter's coming up, okay?
You might be looking for an egg.
Ooh. Jeez. There's just so much
See,
stuff
that's what's throwing me off because I'm not a big egg fan.
No.
What do you like?
I like the big green egg. I'm talking about the actual.
Yes.
Baby back
protein.
or spare rib guy?
Oh,
here we go.
I really love them both, but probably if I could only have one, it would be a spare rib.
Why?
I just like the bite. I like the chew. I like it better.
They're more flavorful, I think.
I feel like the baby backs can get a little soft. I don't know.
If you can make your spare rib, your spare is tender as a baby back, then I think you get the best of both worlds. You get your tender and you get your flavor.
You get the flavor. You get the bite.
Absolutely.
So if you go to the smoked Scotch eggs,
that's what I was about to say. I had just got to it. Scotch eggs, right there.
Right. So if you look at that picture, there's a little bit of an Easter egg in there, right? Because you can see that book, the word book.
Yep.
And that's from the Barbecue News announcing that my book was Book of the Year. So it's kind of like if you know, you know. It's in there. It's for and it's in reference to the first book. I'm like,
Oh, that's cool. That is cool.
Get the lobster,
right?
the lobster tails in there
trivia
too.
There, but
I love me some grilled lobster tails.
So with the book, you always we have how to get started and how the cooker works, but it breaks down into hot and fast, low and slow, slow fire, baking savory, baking sweet. You've really dug into. From the beginning of a meal to the end. So, what was the thought on that, covering all the bases?
So, if you just get your egg, what do you do? I mean, there's recipes that, for the seasoned egghead, there's some really cool recipes, and there's something for everybody. But if you just got your egg, really, it's geared towards people who maybe just got it, and I want them to feel safe and have fun with their new equipment. So, I tell this story all the time. Many years ago, before I knew how to cook on one, I was in a pool store and I asked them, "How do you use this?" And they're like, nobody knew how to cook on it. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to buy it. I don't know what I'm doing with it. And it would be a big investment. So I really wanted to, fast forward 2 years later after I got a Komodo style cooker and I'm cooking on it and I'm learning. It's like trial by fire. I'm like, burning this or, learning the intricacies of, how to do everything.
The hot spots,
basically
maybe.
Fire, using the big green egg is basically all about, your airflow, controlling your airflow. So I wanted to start from the beginning. I just got this cooker. How do I set it up? How do I light the fire? How do I control the temperature? And just make it easy for people and demystify the notion that people think, oh, it's difficult to use. a big green egg or a Komodo style cooker, because all these recipes you can use on any Komodo. It doesn't have to be just a big green egg. But we're focusing on the big green egg here. But a lot of these recipes will work in any Komodo style cooker. But it's all about technique, so each chapter is organized by the technique, like the hot and fast. It's not like the hot and fast trend now where you're smoking hot and fast. It's searing, high heat grilling. So all the recipes in that chapter have to do with that. Then the low and slow barbecue, we cover all the basics there. We cover, your Texas style brisket, your pulled pork, and there's a lot of other, like a couple different rib recipes, probably 3 different rib recipes. Yeah. You got, your beef, your baby back, your St. Louis. So I try to cover everything that you would want to make, plus what are some other cool things that are like easy to make on the egg. And there's different levels, but I think most of them are pretty straightforward. Then you get into the roasting with the slow fire chapter, and with the baking chapters, you're really using kind of like the same times and temperatures that you would of your home oven. So you're just doing it outside. You could cook your whole Thanksgiving meal outside on your egg. You can cook pies, cookies, cakes. I'm just trying to give the reader more value and show them that they can do more with it than just barbecue. I mean, that's the premise, is the barbecuing. But, being from Jersey, I love pizza, and I love cooking pizza on the egg.
Yeah, you got a couple pizza recipes
that's one of my
in
favorite
here.
things.
One of my favorite things to do in the green egg is cook pizza.
Yeah.
People ask
me, why not?
you got a pizza oven? I said, I do. It's my green egg. It's just the same thing. Right. It's like, it's amazing. I mean, they cook pizzas phenomenal. Let's talk brisket for a second. Now, when you're cooking brisket on there, and I got to read the chapter, but are you going fat side down or fat side up on your green egg?
I think it's really a personal preference. I typically go whatever cooker I'm using, I put the fat side towards the heat source. So I put it down in an egg, but in the egg, you do the heat will hit off the dome and come back down. That's what I'm
saying.
So,
that's what I'm saying.
You're kind of good either way.
I feel you can do it.
In my other cookers, I tend to put it fat side down towards the heat source.
Okay. Yeah, I do it fat side down in my offset that has the diversion plate, so the heat's coming from the bottom. But with the green egg, I find I can do it either way. But a trick that I found if you're going to go fat side up is to make sure that the flat is actually over. You know how it's kind of like a triangle-shaped place setter?
Right.
Right? You make sure your flat is over one of the extension parts of the place setter and not over one of the open parts where it can get that almost direct heat. Shields it a little bit, you know what I mean? Because, again, you can go both ways because it is hitting the top and that heat's coming right back down.
Right, so, and that's the same idea like when you're cooking a pizza in there. It basically the heat's hitting off the top and coming back down. That's the benefit of cooking with a big green egg, is that refraction and coming back down. That it's cooking with the lid closed. It's almost like cooking in a wood-fired oven. You're getting that same kind of effect. So
absolutely. So
cooking with the dome closed is definitely key.
Absolutely.
And some of the recipes you have, right off the bat, are very different from a lot of the barbecue and grilling books. You have a roasted eggplant and feta dip.
Oh, yeah.
Southern cornbread dressing. I got into this one. Barbecue beef and cheese empanadas with chipotle aioli.
Ooh.
And those are so easy to make. You're basically just taking your leftover barbecue beef, stuffing them in like some, you can use a store-bought pie crust if you like. I saute them with some vegetables and put a little of my barbecue sauce in there and some cheese. I mean, but, the possibilities are really endless of what, whatever leftover barbecue you have or what sauce you use or what cheeses or, if you want to use a pepper jack with whatever you want to do, you can change it up in there. And you have these empanadas, and that chipotle aioli is like really awesome.
Sounds amazing.
Now, like when we were talking on Sunday, I was telling you about the one I loved. I can't wait to try is the Mexican roadside chicken. So out of all the recipes, what would be your favorite recipe in this book?
That's a tough one.
Oh man, that's like
How do you? It's like picking between your children.
Right, totally. I mean, there's different recipes and there's different reasons why I love them. Like this is really how I enjoy cooking. And I only really developed a few recipes for this book, but like you mentioned that feta and eggplant, the roasted eggplant. Like if you're looking to roast, you could do salsas. I happen to do this eggplant and feta dip. I was inspired by one of the chefs that I really look up to make it. And it's so easy. And it's like, I even say in the book, like you can use this like meal prep for the week. You make this big thing of dip. You can put it in a wrap. You can have it with tostadas or whatever. But I tried to put different recipes. There's so many books that are just like, okay, brisket, pork, ribs. I mean, you really, people are going to get a food jag. You want to give them something different. So there's like a chicken shawarma. I made it after one of my favorite Middle Eastern places closed down, and I was trying to recreate those flavors, but I wanted to share those with the reader. I wanted to offer them more value. So you'll notice in the recipes, there's like some good rub recipes. There's plenty of good sauce recipes, even though it's not a sauce book. And the sauces could be a barbecue sauce, a dipping sauce, even with the dry rubbed hot wings. I purposely didn't put a sauce on the hot wings, so that way then you would have like this kind of like the rub would recreate give you the heat, and then your dipping sauce would give you the cool. And that's with the barbecue ranch. And the same thing is true with the jerk shrimp in the book. Jerk shrimp give you a little spice, and then your cool dipping sauce cools it. The Cool Island dipping sauce cools it down. So I really tried to give layers and bits of knowledge and ways to layer the flavors of your food throughout the book.
Jerk chicken is something I'm dying to do, and I haven't done a ton of.
Well, you're going to ace it because you're a jerk.
What a jerk. I'm just saying.
See?
There's some excellent stuff in here. I'm just
Ray, like you said,
away, Ray.
You knocked it out of the book. All your recipes are extremely user friendly. The wording, everything's worded the right way. And like you said, each recipe is actually could be multiple recipes in together, because you got the main dish, but the sauce or a marinade that goes with it, you give that recipe also. So what I'm trying to say is, if you get this book, you're getting more than what you're actually paying for.
Yeah.
You're paying for X amount of recipes, but there is more in this book. It's same with your first book. And like I said, you got, as far as I'm concerned, you have absolutely another winner on this with this book. And
thank you so much.
My hat's
really
off to you.
it.
And this is just the pictures. I
He says there's one
another
Easter egg
10
in there.
pounds.
There's many Easter eggs in here if you think about it.
Oh yeah.
There's quite a few surprises in here that
everywhere.
you're not realizing and that you aren't expecting in a barbecue book.
Candied bacon.
It's stuff that you can cook on the
Hasselback
egg.
Sweet potatoes.
Looking at some of these, I'm like, I'd never even think about cooking half the stuff in the egg, but yet
You can do
you
it.
can do it. I always forget you can.
Chocolate
you can do it.
chunk cookies.
Jesus, here we go.
Oh, that's one of my favorites. Whenever we do barbecue competitions, which I've had to cut back on a little bit now, but especially since
Put
the
that away.
pandemic, but we would always have chocolate chip cookies, and those are like the ultimate chocolate chip cookie, chocolate chunk cookie. That little bit of salt at the end just like really accentuates the flavor of the chocolate. It's like crazy, man.
I have a question.
Sure.
I have a question. When you're cooking in the egg and you're doing sweets, desserts, or even a salty dessert, what type of wood are you using, if any, or are you just
No
using
wood.
it as just your lump charcoal coal oven?
Yes.
No wood, no smoke, just in there.
Right. Unless you want smoke on something like, for instance, you might do a smoked apple pie with a cheddar crust. and you might use something light like a little
Apple or
wood
cherry or something. Yeah.
But typically before I bake in it, I actually clean out any charcoal that has like meat drippings on it, that kind of thing. And
Yep.
if it's really bad, then I'll do kind of a high heat burn and clean that out. But usually, most of the time you don't even have to, as long as you remove, as long as your grate's clean, because you don't want any remnants of that, of the meat drippings anywhere in there, like whether it's on the grate or on your plate setter or on the charcoal or anywhere in there. I just basically take that out, put in some new charcoal. And, the egg is extremely economical on charcoal use. One load, man, you can do
12-hour cook.
A really long cook. You could do your brisket, your pork butt.
What are you running? Large, extra large? What do you got at your house?
I have a large.
Okay.
I have actually 2 larges.
The XL, that extra little bit of room, maybe extra 2 racks of ribs on there or something. If you have the XL.
Yeah, the XL is massive. I don't have one of those, but I've seen them.
You go through more charcoal too with the big ones, though, right?
Yeah.
But they get a little extra room.
Yeah.
I was really fortunate with when I won Sauce King and became the grand champion with my Memphis Mop sauce. The grand prize was a big green egg, and I was like, they announced all the barbecue sauce categories. I'm like, oh man, I didn't win. I didn't even get anything. I'm like, all right, better luck next time. And my friends texted me. He's like, dude, you won the grand prize. I'm like, what are you talking about? Because he's got a sauce company. And I'm like, what? And he goes, yeah, man, you're the grand champion. I'm like out, eating dinner. I'm like, oh my God.
That's amazing.
I'm like, I won a big green egg. And I couldn't even believe it. And it really is. I don't have an affiliation with Big Green Egg. My book is an independent guide, and I don't work for them. I just really believe in their product. I think it's great. It's probably, to me, it's like the best Komodo style cooker on the market. They have a lifetime warranty. They stand behind their product.
Yep.
And, but I know I sound like an ad, but I have nothing to do with them. I don't work for them. I just believe in their product.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. There you go. Oh, Brother Al, what's up?
They do have the best warranty in the industry for sure.
Yeah. And I can tell you something else that I believe in, and that's the Magna Chef gloves. They are phenomenal.
Yeah.
If you haven't gotten these gloves, you got to get them.
They're
I know
awesome.
You guys are big fans, but for the people that are listening out there, Magna Chef gloves they're the best. Why would you use anything else?
Absolutely. Ray, this has been an awesome. Available today at all your bookstores, online.
Yep.
Available everywhere books are sold. It's available on my website at bbqbuddha.com. That's BUDDHA.com. And everywhere books are sold.
Nice. And with everybody who is here, Ray is gonna have a couple gifts if you all want to play.
Yeah, Page Street was kind enough to do a book giveaway. So they're going to give away one of my new books, Big Green Egg Basics from a Master Barbecuer. And for another winner, I would like to do a flight of my barbecue sauces. We'll do, why don't we do the sauce bundle? You get a Memphis, Kansas City, and my new Mantra hot sauce.
Ooh, nice.
Anywhere in the lower 48.
So we'll start with the book, guys. So let's see, on the chat right now, Dan, what's up, boys, is my last comment. So for the book, what is the Easter egg recipe in the book?
Perfect.
Ooh.
First
that we
one
talked about.
that has the Easter egg hint in there.
Mm-hmm. Anyone? Bueller.
Anybody?
Bueller.
He says, Efren says, I won. Where?
Efren, I
Where's
won.
Where's the answer?
Where's the answer?
Come on. Anyone?
Andy says Scotch egg.
Andy
has it?
Andy got it.
Got it.
Okay, well, Andy, what's...
That's a good question. Andy sent...
Sire. Yep.
Sire?
He's a New England Pitmaster guy.
Andy.
Yep. Congrats, Andy.
Awesome, Andy. I will, Andy, I'll shoot you a DM on Facebook, get all your information. I'll get that to Ray.
Or Andy, you could just shoot over to me if you want.
Or him.
I think we already have a thing going.
And for the flight of sauces and everything, we'll make this real easy. What's my favorite of Ray's sauces?
Mueller.
Bueller.
Come on, people. You got a 50-50 shot here. I'm going to have that stuck in my head, you two.
Memphis Mop.
By?
Claudia McGuire.
She doesn't count.
I know.
Oh, Claudia.
And she... I got the Daddy Dutch.
Kent came in next.
All right, Kent, you got it.
Wait, let me double check.
Sorry,
wait,
Claudia.
No.
Wait, what?
Jonathan Barton
Jonathan Barton.
was after Claudia. Sorry, Kent.
No, I got Kent first. I got Kent right after Claudia.
I'm going by that because I didn't even see Andy's thing. So she's got the live thing.
I mean,
because I'm on a delay. She's on the live.
I'm the one streaming it live. It went Claudia, then Jonathan, then
Okay,
Kent.
all right, JB.
All right, JB, you got the sauce. I'll hit you up, brother. Awesome.
Sorry, Kent.
Sorry,
love me?
Dutch.
Kent loves the sauces too. But Ray, man, thank you, brother. It was generous for the giveaways. The book is awesome. Everybody, get out Big Green Egg Basics from a master barbecuer. And also, while you're there, get the bundle package.
Get the
and get the
bundle.
award-winning sauces and how to use them. And you'll be good to go. But, Ray, thank you, brother. It's always a pleasure. Thank you for, from being with us from the get-go. And, more importantly, thank you so much for your friendship, brother.
Hey, likewise. I've been a big fan from day one with you guys, and I love watching you grow. And I'm really honored to be on the show. And thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Awesome, brother.
Thanks,
Thank you
Ray.
so much. Hang in there 1 second. We're going to just close this out real quick. We'll be right back with you. Awesome. This book is out of this world. Cookies, brother. Cookies.
Cookies.
Got the empanadas. Oh, my God.
Johnny likes cookies. I know you guys
Damn
like my
straight.
singing voice, so I'm just going to get back at
Yeah,
singing.
don't ever do that anymore. So, awesome. Ray's
Look at
such
Kent.
a great guy.
Kent's mad. Kent's mad. Everybody.
Oh, no, that's for JB.
Oh. Like I said, Kent's mad. Everybody.
But awesome, guys. Yeah, we'll
shit.
get the information, and we'll get that to Ray, and we'll get the prizes sent out. But awesome,
Sweet,
awesome.
dude.
Another winner. Can't wait to dig into this one. Try the recipes, but
Next week we're waiting to hear back from somebody.
yes,
We'll know soon about that. And it could just be us.
could just be us.
I mean, it's good to just give our
just look
our
at
whole
this.
selves to the crowd, and to our fans. It's good just give ourselves openly once in a while.
Okay, I'm gonna throw up now. And not from the cigar either. Chrissy,
You did pretty good with that.
hit that music.
Hit that intro
Okay.
music. You didn't even smoke that cigar. You're supposed to smoke this thing. This is what a real cigar looks like when you smoke it.
Yeah,
And
you're
this is
smoking candy.
What a wussy does when he doesn't want to smoke a hot.
Well, this is how you smoke a cigar when you have an hour ride left home.
Oh,
there,
please,
buddy
don't
boy.
smoke in your car.
Don't you tell me it's my car. When
You'll
you're,
never get-
paying the note, you can tell me not to smoke in my
You'll
car.
never get the smell out.
Oh, you want to bet?
Yeah, I do.
How much you want to lose?
Let's go. Do the outro already.
That's it for this week, folks. We'd like to thank you all for joining us. Catch the audio wherever podcasts are found. Catch the video on Facebook and YouTube. On YouTube, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. You have all our episodes right there at your fingertips. On social media, find us at all the links listed down below. Questions and comments, please send them to pitLifeBBQpodcast@gmail.com. And like always, subscribe, like, rate, and review. Hit that share button.
Do it. Do it.
That's it. Do it.
Do it.
And until next week,
keep the smoke rolling.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.